Dynamo player goes down. We might see a card here right away in the opening minute of this match. So that was Dan Dwyer tumbling to the ground.
And this is where Dayton needs to take an advantage. They got a set play, a little bit past half field, but you're going to send 7 or 8 in a box. You've been working on this in practice day in and day out. This is where, when they get the opportunities, they need to make something happen.
Tristan Johnson on the ball. Good chance here for a set piece to really set the tone early. Trying to find Schoonevert, and that's going to sail out of there.
Safely sails out, but it'll be the first corner kick of the match for your Dayton Dynamo. And Dayton is going to continue to put the pressure on. The referees, as you can tell, kind of watching already. This team, again, has a history playing their last match together. But again, second opportunity for Dayton, you got to connect on at least 50% of these opportunities.
And obviously, you're looking for a guy like Schoonevert. You're looking for some of the bigger guys up there, and they go wide. Couldn't find Schoonevert, and that's played out. But just to Adam Wilson, the Scotsman, fighting for it. He's just going to let this one roll out and picked up there.
Nice pickup, saving the play, getting back in the action. And Dayton, as you can see right now, going to make that run. Here we go.
Here comes Kwame Sarkodie. Probably the family of one of the more famous families as far as Dayton soccer goes. His older brother playing for the other Dynamo in America, the Houston Dynamo.
Yes, and both of them, I had the opportunity to coach against them, and I'm 0-2 against both of them when they were in their youth. But excellent players, great touch on the ball. And Kwame has loads of experience from playing for the Saints in years past and other endeavors. And as Kalamazoo is going to get their first throw into the match, teams are pretty evenly set.
Yeah, you could say that Kalamazoo possibly a little younger, a few more current college players. But this Dayton team, definitely one of the stronger lineups they put out as they continue to fight for it here. Kalamazoo in the purple there. Looking to play this ball in as that Cisse goes down trying to fight for it. Tristan Johnson cleaning it up, sending it out to Sarkodie, and that'll go out of play. Looks like it'll be Dayton's ball. No, there.
Last touch by Dayton, but that's a good aggression by Dayton. Get on the ball, get back on defense, and that's what you want to see. And as soon as Kalamazoo here is taking their first shot and first advantage or trying to progress, Dayton is collapsing. And that's something, the confidence they picked up in the friendly against Fort Wayne. They really, really put a good pressure on the ball, and it's nice to see a week later that it's continuing on in their bloodline. Deep
throw in here for Kalamazoo.
Dayton has, in games past, been burned by this. So defensively, they definitely need to get set up with a veteran goalie like Corey Wisenhut in goal. He's got to get the troops ready to go. Corey's tapping up and down, directing traffic. And this is something that Dayton has to hold on to and have nothing go in at this point.
Lou Placencia going to go for the deep throw in here, and it's going to hit the mixer. Looks like Kwame got a piece of it, and then he's going to kick that ball out. This is going to possibly play up to Mark Hansen, who lets it go off a Kalamazoo player.
Kalamazoo a little surprised by that. Dayton will take quick advantage of it and get the throw off as quick as possible. And you know, here in the 4th minute, both teams, you always get that first few minutes of feeling each other out. But Dayton has taken their chances. Kalamazoo hasn't really been able to advance the ball much, but I'm sure the pace is going to pick up very quickly.
Ball kind of picked out there, but eventually cleaned up by Miller. Tristan Johnson now going to send this ball back up. Couldn't find the feet of Wilson there. As
call foul on Dayton here.
Yeah, Wilson there with a bit of a high boot, so he's going to give up the free kick. Again, we're still not sure exactly what the new formation is. As right now, Kalamazoo has a bit of a chance, but really soft roll in on the cross, and Dayton able to take care of it here. As it goes unfortunately off of the Scotsman Wilson. Kalamazoo looking to build it up. Yeah, we're not sure yet what we're dealing with. Is it more of a, it's typically been a 4-2-3-1 under the Dave Wall era, as this will go out for another throw in deep for Kalamazoo. Or are we going to see more of a 4-4-2?
Kalamazoo quick on the touch, looking to play it forward, deflect it out. And Kalamazoo's starting to pick up the pace. So they kind of wanted to see, I know up here in the press box we get to see more of the field, but Kalamazoo is very quick on the ball, looking to set something up.
Ball played into the box, sent out by Miller. Now hit a mile in the air by Cottrell. And Schoonevert, he's going to track this ball down. Hansen's going to set it up for him. They're going to call
pushing. Fourth official was calling that As the play was going on, the referee did not see that play, calling definitely a foul, so that's going to be a Kalamazoo kick right at midfield here in the 6th minute.
And just like that, the first good break there for Dayton gets washed out.
While we're setting up, fans, I want to remind you, Premier Health is proud to be the official healthcare partner for the Dayton Dynamo, dedicated to healthier communities and a healthier you. We're proud to make a difference in the neighborhood we serve.
It's either going to be Ben Darling or number 12, David Whitaker, and that's him taking it there. It's going to go in. Kwame Sarkodie tracking with it. He plays it. Slip by Dwyer as he went to go play the ball, and now Schundewerd trying to send it. Send it up so Schundewerd couldn't get to it. Kalamazoo back under control. Now if you're Dayton, are you going to look to play more of a counter? You don't want to get yourself too trapped in. This ball is going to be played beautifully over to Lou out on the right. I don't know if he were out on the left. I'm not sure he kept that in. He did not.
Looks like Kalamazoo is kind of using a little bit more of the Dutch style, playing it wide, but so far hasn't caused any issues for the Dynamo, as they did call that out for a goal kick.
That goal kick coming for Corey Wisenhut, making his 5th straight start. I know there was a lot of questions. Will that happen after him being taken out there in Detroit?
Corey, the seasoned veteran, with Hansen getting injured in the previous match, you definitely need experience, and Corey definitely brings it. But one good thing about Corey is he's a good leader in the back, good with his feet, as you see him now with the ball surveying the field. He's going to send it forward, and that's the athleticism. That's something you don't see on the stat sheet. You see, oh, he's a goalkeeper. Corey also in a press could play field if need be. But Kalamazoo's keep on firing. Got an opportunity
here. They got a
here.
chance here. It's going to be Cisse and Kwame battling for it, and actually Sam Miller just had to get rid of that thing.
Had to tap it out because Kallazoo was coming rushing. And one thing about Kalamazoo is they are very quick on the throw-ins. Coach Grice is going to have to definitely get his troops picked up a little bit quicker off these throw-ins.
Kalamazoo there still. Here's Whitaker, long ball in. Tobai tried to get to it. He goes down.
Looking to make a cut for a shot.
And the German, Leinweber.
And they call a foul there right at the top of the box. Tug of the shirt, maybe? That's a very surprising
So this
call.
is going to be a free kick, and we've seen this go badly for Dayton in the past. These free kicks from right here, this is what did them in their match against Detroit. 2 early free kicks, boom, boom, 2 goals, and they were down 2-0 like that.
And it'll be interesting to see how this is set up. If an offensive player here, the best opportunity here would try to swing it on right side and go to the far post, but Dayton is setting up with, it looks like, I don't know, 10, 15, 30 people in the box right now. I think they've cleared the bench. Probably can't do that. They've loaded up. But be interesting to see how this transpires. Here we go.
David Koloko and Leinweber, who earned this free kick, standing over the ball right now. Now Cisse running over. He didn't like it, and this ball's going to hit off the wall and trickle to Corey. Good job there by the Dynamo defense there, holding up. And a little bit of pushing and shoving now happened there with Schundewerd. As player there Kalamazoo not getting out of the way. That was the German.
Nice.
And now Mike Diley trying to keep that alive. He doesn't. Be a throw in once that ball is tracked down. Be a throw in to Kalamazoo.
9th minute here at Welcome Stadium, tie between your Dayton Dynamo and Kalamazoo at 0-0. And so far, Kalamazoo quicker on the throw-ins, but Dayton at this point just holding tight. And that's something that Dayton has had issues in the past, getting down right away and running into some problems. But so far, defense is holding pretty tight.
Dwyer able to get in front of that one. Those Dynamo still trying to wrangle back possession. They've pretty much been kind of the one chasing here for the last few minutes. Because again, it's Kalamazoo trying to just pick out their passes. This ball's going to roll all the way back to the keeper off the deflection. Good pressure there from Wilson and Schundewerd.
Good
getting up front there. Now Cottrell to Dwyer, back to Cottrell. As Adam Wilson got in the mix. Mark Hansen trying to play it up. It's a little overlap there with Mike Diley. Hansen leading the team with 2 goals on the season as he throws this one in to Adam Wilson, who not sure exactly what he's trying to do on that one, but that's going to roll out harmlessly. And another Dayton attack goes quietly.
Looking to play it forward. Didn't get the opportunity that he wanted there, but that's something that you like to see. Good combination up top for the Dynamo with a kind of a newer lineup and with, of course, a new influx of Coach Grice's format. So far, I like the forward play from the Dayton Dynamo.
Well, we saw that a lot of great interchanges between Wilson and Schoonevert in the match against Fort Wayne. They had some great give and goes. Obviously, Kalamazoo probably going to be less likely to give them the space to do that as they were in that Fort Wayne match. This ball rolls all the way back. Sam Miller going to play it up. Cottrell sending it back.
Dayton now looking to spread the field a little bit, see if they can get Kalamazoo out of position. And Dynamo, even though it's slow, small ball, there's times that it's very effective because all it takes is that split second to get your opponent napping, and then good things happen.
Kwame Sarkodie sending this ball up. Some of the Kalamazoo players were claiming that the ball went out, but either way, it's just going to go straight to the keeper. So no harm, no foul. Sarkodie, again, still trying to get some of the timing worked out there with Schoonevert. You got the target up top. It's just picking your passes right to get to it.
It'll be interesting to see, as Agredo moments ago punted that ball for Kalamazoo, one rifle of a foot. So that could be something used offensively down the road. The keeper has one heck of a foot, sent that a good 60, 70 yards. But Dayton, so far, going at a slow pace, but I like the fact that the confidence is there. In earlier matches early in the season when they were interchanging with a lot of players, you could see nervous feet, and we don't see nervous feet today as Dayton right now bringing the ball up, get it taken away, but I like to see that action so far from Dayton. Another foul on Dayton. That's going to be the fourth one of the early match here in the 13th minute.
Getting physical. Obviously, they want to win. They want to do well by their new head man there.
No foul there, surprising.
No foul there. Ball stayed in play. Kalamazoo looking for something there, cut out by Dayton. Now Schoonevert, he's got options pouring forward. He just got to pick one out. He's going to go wide to Hansen. If he can track this down, he doesn't get there. Defender gets there first, but I believe the defender last touched it, and no, they're going to say goal kick.
Good aggression from Hansen. If I'm not mistaken, Hansen had the first goal in the first half in their last match against Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
And Hansen knows.
Those road goals coming by Mark Hansen.
Mark Hansen, definitely a dangerous player on the right flank, and I think good things will happen today with him. And so far, very good aggression from the Dynamo, and looking pretty solid.
Play it in once again, and Dynamo player tries to play it up and just not finding his man, just trying to play it to spaces where no one can get to. And that whole series of passes that we saw in that Fort Wayne match, we're not seeing that good pass economy happening here for the Dynamo. Something that's been kind of a problem.
Passes haven't been coming, but the confidence is there. It used to be earlier on in the season, the runs were kind of nervous runs. The Dayton player definite push there, the two-handed push move from 4 feet away.
That's definitely going to be seen.
Yes, the only time that would not get called is if it was Game 7 of the NBA Finals, but we're not in basketball, so.
Well, maybe if it was Golden State, then.
But if it was Golden State.
They'll get the call. Kallazoo pays it up here to Darling, that's going to go out off of Mark Hansen. Lulu on the throw in here. Going to send it up. Got Cisse. He traps it. Two Dynamo defenders. He's going to try to slip around, but right there to cut things off. It's Christian Johnson, and Dynamo try to get back the other way, but once again, Lou getting in front of it. And Wilson now. Gets the ball up to Schoonevert.
Nice play.
Great ball to Cottrell, who's going to play it out wide. Sarkodie. Sarkodie has 3 options up. Goes to play it to Mitch Diley. Couldn't get ahead on it, and now it's all the way back, tracked there by the Swede, Mark Hansen. Go out here for Dynamo. Throw in a little more urgency in the last few minutes from Dynamo players. They don't want to let Kalamazoo just sit on this ball. This is going to go deep up, but not find ahead of Schoonevert, and this ball is actually going to be kept alive, but it's going to roll back to Johnson. Doesn't get all of it, and that's going to roll out and be off of a Kalamazoo player. Kwame Sarkodie kind of helping him out. I'm sure the marketing team would like him to fix that A-frame while he's over there.
Speaking of marketing, while we have a quick minute, for all your Dayton Dynamo news notes and team shop, visit the team website at DaytonDynamo.com. You and I looking very fancy in our Dynamo gear.
Yeah.
Good stuff. A lot of fans out there.
You just got the quarter zip. I think I might at halftime go join that club.
They're very nice.
They just got in. They were a hot item. So if you want one of those, either go online or make it down here.
And we have a lot of nice folks in the crowd wearing Dynamo gear. Really nice to see.
Yeah, hot one tonight, but obviously sun's setting down, and obviously on the home side there in the shade, so not too bad here. It's Sam Miller. Just kind of slows things down. Goes up to Schooner. He's going to get to it, and couldn't find Diley there. He didn't fall far enough, and now fighting for it. He'll be Hansen. He'll usher it out to 4. A throw in for the Dynamo. Dynamo not committing too many guys up forward right now. Mike Diley throw in here.
Looking to lay it off, looking to see if he can switch fields.
Yeah, Mark Hansen getting abused there, kind of looking for a call as his defender had 2 hands on him. So that's number 11, Ben Lee, an MIT student.
Well, hopefully wants to pursue a soccer career. If not, I think he'll fall back on something.
I think they got a pretty good job placement program there.
Speaking of placement, nice try there, tapped away by Kalamazoo. But Dayton right now turning the tables on Kalamazoo and getting the aggression and getting that ball up.
Yeah, it's just holding possession for them and making the right passes when they can. And as I say that, there's a giveaway there to Brandon By, and now off to the races. It's Kalamazoo. 2 options up front. There's By. He's going to take a shot, deflects off of, looks like the back of Sam Miller. Now this ball trying to get played up to Hansen. It does. Schooneverd sending up to Cottrell. Remember, that was Wilson, and that ball will go out. Dayton there, kind of getting caught. Dangerous situation there. This Kalamazoo team can score goals. They've done so in both of their wins, scoring 3 apiece.
In their last match, he scored 3 unanswered goals in the second half against Dayton, and Dayton doesn't want that to see a repeat.
Here comes Cisse. He's going to dribble around 2 defenders here. He didn't have anyone to play it to, so he has to go wide as Brandon By actually able to find it, and that ball goes out of play before he does. Another dangerous moment there.
Dayton's defense right now, it seems like they're getting a little bit caught napping, and that's something that Coach Price is definitely going to have to tighten up. So far, here at the 19-minute mark, Dayton is getting those chances, but it looks like when there's 50-50 balls, they're not rushing quickly to it. And Kalamazoo is always a step ahead, and that can lead to very big problems.
Well, this is a different backline pairing than we've seen before. Sam Miller and Christian Johnson, they're center back pairings, and then we don't have both Diley boys together. They're both on the pitch right now, but not together. Is this going to go not taken by Schooneward? He can't get to it and just cleared out. Kwame Sarkodie, so you have Sarkodie and Mike Diley on the outside. Is this going to be played up here? Diley able to take care of it, trying to get it up to Mark Hansen. Hansen fighting for it, and that is a late tackle there, so that is going to be a yellow card here for Mark Hansen in the 20th minute.
Yellow card.
Hard foul by Hansen, definitely warranted the yellow card here in the 20-minute. Fans, we got a second. Remind you, Voss creating higher standards in the Miami Valley in sales and service for over 40 years. The Voss Auto Network, built on trust, driven by integrity. Voss is a proud sponsor of the Dynamo. Visit any one of their 8 dealerships or in person at vossauto.com. So pivotal moment in the match, the 20-minute mark. Mark Hansen gets a yellow card and gets booked for a very hard foul, and that will bring up the intensity between both teams. And now Kalamazoo is going to have a very good opportunity being able to serve the ball in the 20th minute, as they do right now, short. And Jeremy, that was a wasted opportunity, to say the least.
Yeah, you got to beat that first man. If you're trying to play that in, and the first defender to get a touch on it does and sends it out of there. Be a throw in here for Kalamazoo. Is 20 minutes in the books. Still scoreless here. Both teams with some chances. Kalamazoo probably with the better one so far, as Cisse is going to spread the field and send it out on the right side. Good little touch there by Bay, and then Kwame Sarkodie doing a great job to shield that ball. Sarkodie pretty much having stops at all levels of the American soccer pyramid during his career so far. Dayton Carroll product. And this ball's going to go out. Be a throw in here for Mike Diley and the Dynamo. They can finally kind of move themselves upfield as they've been pinned back a little bit. Schoonevert and Hansen possibly in more of a 4-4-2 setup as they're both up front there. Schoonevert trying to play that ball, but a little too much of it, and Kalamazoo able to clear it out.
And when you have the Flying Dutchman coming and barreling in on you, you might have a foot taller than your opponent. That can be really tough, really problematic.
Well, and I didn't make it to the match last week, but I did chuckle when I saw on the Kalamazoo Twitter they mentioned that big number 9 is being a little rough today.
Well, when you're that,
he's going to do that.
He's going to do it right now.
Wilson and
a target for Dayton, though. He has kind of been the go-to target up top.
Loco getting it out over on the near side. It's Binley. Loco again. Now Sam Miller chests it down. Cottrell weaving through, looking for a right place. Wanted to get it to Wilson.
Nice
now
play.
A great ball up here. Probably not going to find Mitch Diley. He gets a head on it to keep it in, but no. It's going to roll out. And good setup there. Great job to try to flip fields and stretch that ball out there. Good pass by the Scotsman.
And one thing about both teams, Kalamazoo has a very rich history of soccer. Years ago in the 80s, the Kalamazoo Kickers at the AISA played. Of course, Dayton Dynamo being reborn. Great soccer traditions for both teams for many years. Great youth soccer programs. And it's nice to see smaller cities budding the soccer tradition and doing well. And speaking of doing well, Dayton looking advanced now.
Yeah, Mark Hansen trying to find Mike Diley, but that's going to go out. You mentioned it, though, the Kickers. And just like with when this team came up here to Dayton, there was this groundswell of people saying, hey, be the Dynamo, be the Dynamo. There was people in Kalamazoo going online, going on social media saying, I hope they're the Kickers. Wouldn't that be cool if they're the Kickers? Sadly, we don't get the rematch we wanted some 20 years later, but
handball.
It is what it is. Handball there on Mike Schoonevert.
But we have a lot of rich tradition, and also with Dayton, we have a lot of great sponsors, folks, including Circuits and Cables. They're a proud sponsor of the Dynamo, located on South Brown School Road in Vandalia. Circuits and Cables manufacture custom cables and circuit board assemblies. For more information, visit circuitsandcables.com.
Long pass up that ultimately didn't find its target, and now Kalamazoo moving upfield. They're going to call Cottrell.
Wow.
Coming in there on number 7, Lineweber.
And last time Kalamazoo had this opportunity, not as deep into the Dynamo defense, but when you get a set play 20-some yards out, this can be problematic, and it has proven to be problematic for the Dynamo. And right now, when you have this opportunity as the offensive player, you have options. You can go short post, long post. You can play it pretty much anywhere. It'll be interesting to see how this transpires.
Looks like it'll be Kallazoo going to take this one. Looks like everybody's piled on over to that far side to break into the center, and instead it just slaps off of Mark Hansen. And that was a bizarre free kick.
As the offensive player, if you're going to go short post, it would almost be better to have a left-footed person in swing it in.
If you're going to go short post, maybe have someone anywhere near that.
So very odd opportunity. Kalamazoo missed those chances, but here in the 25th minute, they got a chance.
Deep throw in here.
For a deep throw in.
Sent in by Darling, headed out by the big Dutchman. Kalamazoo covers there. Cisse took a shot at it. Comes back out to Kallazoo. Now Mark Hansen and Wilson trying to take care of it. Actually, that was Cottrell, and he gets taken down. John Cottrell, Plymouth, England. Spent most of his youth in Dubai. So he has seen the world.
And that foul was on number 7, Haiku Lineweber, if I have it pronounced right. And that was definitely maybe a payback for earlier transgressions. But so far, both teams are holding tight, not really pushing the ball too much forward. But Coach Grice for the Dynamo's got to be pretty happy here in the 26th minute that Dayton hasn't given up any silly opportunities, but I think he definitely wants to push the pedal to the metal as we're getting more here in the first half.
It was the first half that the Dynamo got on the scoreboard, and we're the better side in the away fixture, and then gave it all away to Kalamazoo in the second half. So Dayton looking to possibly get something out of this. It'll be a free kick here for Kalamazoo coming up. They're going to take this quickly. Going to go outside to Amadou Cisse. Christian Johnson cleaning it up. And now he's got to find someone to send it up to as he tried to get it to Adam Wilson. Couldn't find it in Kalamazoo now. Trying to return fire, but cut out.
Dayton has room to roam.
Here comes Mitch Diley, normally a left back. Going to find Schoonevert, and the flag's up.
Offsides by a good yard and a half on that play. He definitely.
Diley kind of double pumped on that one.
If that was a Diley double pumped, and if he would have just tapped it first time, he would have been on. So Coach Grice probably not happy about that. And those are those opportunities that Dayton cannot waste.
Well, as I was saying, Diley not traditionally playing in his normal role here, is an opportunity. Had to be cleaned away by the other Diley. Mike Diley sending it out. It'll be a corner upcoming. Leinweber, the German, starting to really find his spots there and being able to catch that back line. Sleeping a little bit as he'll be the one to take this corner kick. Pretty much all but 3 into the box, so that gets sent out right away. Good job defending that by Dayton.
Coach Shabazz for Kalamazoo has got to be biting his nails a little bit because so far in the match, Jeremy, Kalamazoo has had 3, 4, 5 set pieces and have done nothing.
Yeah,
nothing with them. Very poorly played.
Well, and they're going to be kicking themselves if they've seen the tape on the Dynamo, especially that Detroit match where free kicks were just a nightmare. I still have
nightmares as broadcasting that match because those were just silly.
Well, you had back-to-back ones, and then boom, boom. Now you're down 2-0 off of set pieces of silly fouls that they didn't want to give up anyways. As this try to get played up by Mark Hansen, he's going to fight it anyways and doesn't get to it as it gets sent out. Kalamazoo looking to go the other way there as Christian Johnson gets it to Kwame. Good little footwork there to get around. Sam Miller going to chase this one down. It was a little wild pass there from Cottrell and have to hand it off to Corey here.
And I like the wide style of Dayton because Kalamazoo has been sending the ball long and Dayton has been trying to, those give and goes, missed opportunity there here in the 29th minute, but I like the wide style because Kalamazoo so far has been attacking from the flanks and really doing nothing right down the middle.
Kalamazoo with it here. Brandon Byde going to send it up here for Leinweber. Almost had an opportunity to turn and get a shot on it, but not before Mike Diley took care of things.
This would be a deep throw in for Kalamazoo. Fans want to remind you, though, Jeremy, for this action, for all matches, you can stream it online.
Yep.
And you can catch replays of it. And also for your best Dynamo gear, as we mentioned before, DaytonDynamo.com.
Looks like Mike Diley has been grabbing his left ankle or left leg past 2 little stoppages in place. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as he's really had his work cut out for him in the last couple minutes.
And Dayton has a solid bench. Ed Willoughby could be one to come into the match later, and the seasoned veteran, local product Eric Kissinger, who's played professionally here in the area before and also has played college around here. Another option.
Yeah, another option. He was the one that started, I believe, the first 2 matches for Dayton.
So we'll have to keep an eye on him. There'll be another throw-in for Kalamazoo here in the 30th minute. And as Kalamazoo keeps pushing forward, looking to make that turn.
Christian Johnson laying out to take care of that one. And flag goes up.
Wow.
And Sarkody's not happy. Officials coming over, pushing them back. And it's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position here for Kalamazoo. We talked about them having some deficiencies in that department so far tonight. This is a good opportunity for them to change things. It is a Gonna be a little two-man wall there. That has so far stopped a few of these free kicks.
And unofficially an 8-2 tally on fouls. So very interesting that the referees are not being friendly to the Dynamo. But Kalamazoo looking to make it friendly here and go up on top here in the 31st minute.
Ball comes in. It was headed downwards, and that was extremely dangerous as Corey got a little ahead of it and went out. It luckily harmlessly went out for a goal kick, but that was exactly what you wanted to do. You get that ball high, and you head it downwards. Luckily, it just missed that far post.
Corey voicing his displeasure, I think, to his fellow defenders, saying, hey, you got to be there, because Corey is definitely, as a skilled veteran, Dayton can't afford to go 2 goalies down, you know, halfway through the season.
This ball going to be played up to Hansen. He gets 1 foot on it, trying to stay with it, and eventually gives it up. Kallazoo. Dwyer flying in to save that one, but all he does is set up a throw in here for Kalamazoo. Lou with the throw in here. Coming up, 32nd minute of play. He's going to send that downfield. Mike Diley the first to get on it. Now it's Cisse. He plays it over. And Mike Diley cuts that one out, but not before Linevander be able to send it across the box. And that got very interesting as it went off of Miller and somehow started curling back towards that near post. And that could have been very dangerous.
Kalamazoo earned their second corner kick here in the 33rd minute. And we talk about the set pieces not working out. Eventually, though, Jeremy, it's going to happen. And Dayton
keep giving them up. Law of averages. This ball gets played in. Bounces down. The call for a handball. Nothing coming from the ref as Cottrell played it actually back into the box. And now it rolls all the way out to Lou. He's going to send it back up. And here comes the ref as we got a player down right by the goal. Kalamazoo player just laid up. He's getting out. He's holding the side of his face. Looks like his right cheek. He's claiming elbow.
I think just good aggression play by both teams, and there's times when you're running in there as a pass goalie and a pass sweeper. When I played soccer, there's just times you're going to hit your body's, you're going for a ball and you run into something, and it's what you want. It could be a forearm, it could be a foot, it could be a knee, and you don't know you got hit until you got hit, obviously.
Trainer over there looking at player. I can't see the number who it is at the moment.
I'm thinking it's Brandon By. We'll check numbers on that.
No, I see Brandon By is out there over there, number 5. He's over talking to the ref at the moment. Looks like we're going to restart here, and we are. Dynamo going to do the sportsmanship thing and send it downfield. At the moment, playing down a man.
There was Juan Agredo.
And now he's back on, and it's back to 11v11. Lou on the ball now, cut out by Dwyer. Now Dwyer gets taken out.
Wow. Good ball. It was a good play by Kalamazoo. A little bit of afterward taunting on there, but the referees at this point in the 35th minute are going to have to tighten the lid a little bit, because you can tell it's starting to boil, and you can feel it all the way up here in the press box.
Well, and then they didn't technically tighten it there. That was a throw-in. So it wasn't even a free kick off that tackle. So nothing coming from that. Throw in here now for Kalamazoo. And coaching staff yelling at something happening. Dan Grice and the rest of his staff were, I think they were claiming that he moved his feet.
He moved after that, also moved about 4 or 5 yards past where he could
throw.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
That was Lou Placencia.
That's why I've been calling him Lou.
Yeah, Lou. And Lou being very aggressive. We'll call him Lou the aggressor.
Possible little handball there by Cisse as it's now out to the German. Lineweber going to try to play it in. Mike Diley says no, goes out. Throw in coming.
And Lou's going to take the throw for Kalamazoo. 36th minute, Welcome Stadium. Kalamazoo 0, Dayton Dynamo 0.
The long throw-in specialist here. This will be another chance for them to get this ball into the mixer.
Interesting
they
how
do,
that
and it's came down there for a second. I thought it was possibly heading towards Corey. It headed towards Mark Hansen. He sent it out, and Adam Wilson just couldn't control it, and it'll go all the way back to the back line here where Kristen Johnson will send it up here. Sarkody finding Diley out on the far side. He's wanted to get it to Wilson and then kind of hesitated, and now play up. Schooneverd, he'll be on side if he could get to it. He doesn't. It's sent back the other way. Cisse heading it down to Dwyer. Now Mike Diley. John Cottrell with it. Cottrell surveying his options, but Cisse had enough time to get in front of that one.
Be throwing for your Dayton Dynamo, looking for a quick release here.
Schooneverd, if he can get around, he couldn't. Good opportunity coming if he could have, as he had Mark Hansen streaking towards the goal. Throwing though, Dynamo inside of 10 minutes of the half. Looking to maybe give a little pressure. They've been the ones on the receiving end of it for the past 10 minutes or so, as they're going to send this one deep into the box. It finds the foot of a Kalamazoo player. It'll just go out for a throw-in by the corner flag. So Mike Diley will reset and do it again. Now Brandon By running all the way from midfield. And now he's going to enter the box, put another body forward. It's
goal!
Schooneverd puts that in! Oh, what a shot! Mike Schooneverd, the Flying Dutchman, gets them on the board. And here in the 37th minute, it's the Dynamo with the lead.
Right place, right time, beautifully placed, throwing. Threw it right there, went short post on it. When you have the Flying Dutchman, who's 6'42", he's going to be able to make that head ball in, and it just textbook.
Beautiful glancing header, just tucked it right in that post there on the near side. And the smoke bombs are going off there from the Gem City Squadrons. They're excited.
And I think Kalamazoo, as you look at the players, they're shocked. That was just bang, bang.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was going in. It was such a just nice, neat glancing header that I didn't think it had enough curve on it to actually go in. I didn't think it had the angle on it, and there it goes.
I yelled goal as soon as he hit it because he was right there, and you're not going to miss from there. I might have missed from there, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, we don't have the height advantage that the Big Dutchman has. So that's Schooneverd's first goal in the NPSL season. This was a guy that we knew once we got him up and going that he was going to be able to fill the stat sheet. As this ball goes in wide, Mitch Diley fighting for it. The defender just went straight into, and he's still down. Defender's still down. He hit the hashtag for Dayton A-frame and rolled out into the track.
Both battled for the ball. 39th minute, there definitely will be a pause, and we'll get reset after he's going to be checked on, most likely by the trainer. Fans, want to remind you, Premier Health's experienced sports medicine team offers a comprehensive concussion management program to help prevent, recognize, and treat concussions. By creating an individualized treatment plan, we help athletes recover so they can safely return to regular activities, including school, sports, and other physical activities. For more information to learn about their programs, you can contact them at 866-608-FIND or visit premierhealth.com/sportsmed.
Ended up just being a throw in here for Kalamazoo, and it finds the head of a Dynamo player. Fighting it for it now in the midfield. Dwyer all over the place trying to get in front of that ball, and this will go to Cottrell. We'll play it back to Johnson. And now Sarkody, veteran here, looking to tee it up. Goes off of a Kalamazoo player on its way to Wilson. They're able to take over possession. This ball going to send in deep to the German. It's not going to get to it. Kristen Johnson there first. And Dwyer heads that one out in an attempt to get it to Mike Diley. Throw in very quickly. Cisse here, one-on-one. And Corey had to just get bailed out there as he ran in. And he's claiming, yeah, Corey is hurt. Corey got kicked in the face.
He got kicked in the face, and a good aggression play by Cisse, but you know he's going to make the turn. Keeper's coming out, might have not been in a protective spot where he wanted to be, wasn't able to protect himself, is able to have the ball and is very much voicing his displeasure with the referee and has every right to.
And the second that happened, Ryan Pianatello, who was over here warming up with the other players, just started sprinting off to the bench thinking, I might need to go in here.
So they're going to give Corey the ball. He's going to be able to take a free kick here. Actually, they'll give him the punt. plays the ball down, goes live, but that's something that's definitely going to be in your catalog going into the second half. Aggression on both players, both teams, and you can tell that it's definitely going to heat up here in the second half, if not sooner.
Lou going to try to send it over, cut out by Cottrell. Sam Miller trying to fight there. He gets the high kick there from Cisse, and then Mike Diley having to just bail things out. Mark Hansen getting undercut by Kallazoo. No play at all as Hansen is slow to get up as play continues on the far side. Good ball and overlapping play there by Kalamazoo. This is going to be sent into the box. Tristan Johnson tried to get in front of it and to just play it out and ends up coughing up a corner. And here inside of 5 minutes, inside of 4 minutes rather, you'd hate to see the Dynamo give something up on a silly play like that. And Corey's probably still shaken up by the boot to the face that he just received, is now going to be called in here on this corner. Tristan Johnson totally redeeming himself by sending that ball out of play. It's going to stay in actually, and Dynamo looking to possibly break forward. Couldn't get numbers forward there as Cottrell's going to send it out of play. And
last touch by Kalamazoo on the play, and we got Corey Wisenhut not at 100% being banged around. We also have
Mark Hansen here.
Mark
He's
Hansen,
definitely still kind of moving slow from getting undercut there on trying to play a ball in the air.
Two valuable veterans for the Dynamo. It'll be interesting to see how the second half transpires with them, if those injuries are going to linger.
Sam Miller, nice little move there to get around the defender, but he just coughed the ball up there as it gets played over Kallazoo. Wisenhut safely gets there first. As I would say in a foot race, Sam Miller was probably not destined to win that one against Cisse. Amadou Cisse scored the go-ahead goal in the match last week against the Dynamo. That made it 2-1 for the home side. Is a nice play to Dwyer, and he's going to go have himself one and over to the goal there. But as I always say, if you make that nice little play, you go ahead and have a shot.
That's a perfect opportunity. You're going to shoot it from there, and the keeper, either it's going to go over or the keeper's going to have to make a play on it. If he touches that ball and it comes right out, you're staring at 6-7 feet from the goal. So it went over luckily for Kalamazoo. 44th minute, and they're looking to regroup.
Dynamo looking really just to see out the half as Cottrell there, a little dangerous as he threw the elbow up. Almost got caught on the handball there as this is going to fall to Hansen. Trying to get Wilson, it's picked off by Kallazoo. Sam Miller gets on it. Cisse almost there first, but Krista Johnson gets it out of there. That ball misses Dwyer. Now off the back, Kallazoo. And now Sam Miller is going to head that one out, and he's going to have to redirect that one because that was going for a corner.
Luby taking the throw for Kalamazoo. Looks like Corey and Hansen luckily have replenished themselves, and they've shaken off the earlier bumps. Baloo right here in the 44th minute, a deep throw-in opportunity for Kalamazoo.
Sending it into the mixer. It's going to head off of one player there and go straight to Corey.
Good opportunity.
That was by.
Sorry, good opportunity for Kalamazoo there. Didn't get much on it, but Coach Shabazz for Kalamazoo, that's what you want to see. Work off the set pieces. Corey Wisenhut sending the ball very long.
Schooneward might be able to get to this one, and it does. They're claiming for handball and eventually has to be played out. This will be thrown to Dayton. Great job there by the big Dutchman to really keep fighting for that ball and exert his big physical presence there.
We don't call him the Flying Dutchman for nothing.
Throw in here now. As Mike Diley almost backed into our strength and conditioning coach. That gets played in. Wilson is actually going to play that back to the keeper. Very dangerous as you had Ben Darling, Kalamazoo College assistant coach, playing on the team. He almost was there to just easily play that ball in. Kalamazoo now just kind of resetting themselves, maybe setting up for one quick one here. We haven't seen from the fourth official if he's shown to either coaching staff how many minutes we're going to get. I'm Guessing we're not going to be let in on that secret there. This goes all the way back to Corey.
Looking at probably 2 or 3 minutes extra time. Both teams want to slow it down at this point and regroup. Dayton very happy where they're at. Kalamazoo, yes, they gave that goal, but has been played very well in the first half. So as we're winding down here in the first half of Welcome Stadium, Dayton low, looking for one more as Wisenhut sends it along.
Wilson here chasing, almost getting to it and colliding with the keeper. Didn't look like there was much into it. It was just two guys playing the ball. Played out to midfield. And that's the whistle. That's half. 37th minute. Mike Schooneverd from the Netherlands putting it in the back of the net off a throw in, and that is where we leave it here. Dynamo 1, Kalamazoo 0. We'll be back with the second half in a minute.
Join us at the Dayton Beer Company.
And welcome back. Getting ready for the second half here. Mike Schooneward, the difference maker. 1-0 Dayton Dynamo over Kalamazoo. Dynamo will kick off here as they'll be heading right to left. Pete, first half assessments?
First half assessments, really simple. Dayton scored an opportunity, beautiful goal. Kalamazoo hasn't shown a whole lot, but you and I talked at halftime. Cisse for Kalamazoo, though, very dangerous, got the goal in the last match they played. Honestly, I feel the pressure is on the Dynamo. They have not really had a lead so far in the season like this. They need to come out and I really think they need to get another goal within the next 5 minutes or so, because if it gets equaled up, your demeanor could change really fast.
Well, and even if you're pressing there and, you know, the last 20 minutes, obviously Kalamazoo is going to throw everything at you. This team is still learning how to get their first win. And do a 1-0 90 minutes, that's a hard way to do it.
And one glaring factor so far, we're looking at as Dayton.
Little false start there.
Little false start.
Back to your blocks.
10-yard penalty. No, second down. No. A blaring stat, unofficially, 9 fouls for Dayton, 2 or 3 for Kalamazoo. I think that's going to play a factor in the second half, because it's going to be. I sadly see another booking or 2 this half. So both teams need to get composure and get composure quick. Play the game as it's meant to be. And if Dayton can go up 2-0, I think they're going to be in very good shape. But they just got to get the next goal.
Dwyer and Mitch Diley not on the same page there, as Mitch didn't make the run. It's Kalamazoo now resetting and sending the ball upfield. And that will be a throw in there, as it came in a little hot there for Lou. So we played by Wilson. Over to Dwyer. He's going to pop that one up. Not sure who to. Kalamazoo collects and sends downfield. Cottrell looking to play that one. Yeah, he's got to be careful. Playing that high boot there. Ref didn't like it.
Yes, so far earlier on, Kalamazoo is just playing the ball high. Dayton trying to make some combinations happen. And right now, it looks like Kalamazoo is keeping 7 or 8 defensively back and not pressing forward. So I don't know if that's a little
rope-a-dope?
Yeah, a little rope-a-dope that they might be playing, because Kalamazoo in the first half did not do that, but Dayton so far making nice passes, with the exception there of a bad one. But Dayton
finds Wilson here, and he couldn't get out of his feet. Now Dwyer fighting for it. He can't get to it either. Schooneward was just lonely up top, making that run, and well, the pass could never come because no one collected the ball. This goes out here for a Kalamazoo throw-in. Did not see any substitutions at the half. Try to make sure that was the case, so I don't see any new numbers on the field at the moment for either side.
Substitutions will happen, but it'll be interesting to see as we're in the 47th minute, the cat and mouse game. I think it's ended already. Kalamazoo is starting to pick it up.
Mitch Diley with it, just could not collect it under his feet. And one out of play. Another throw in here for Kalamazoo. They take it quickly. Trying to play it up the middle of the field, trying to get it up here to Cisse, who's offsides. So Sarkoti gonna have the opportunity there, as he just ushers that out with some beautiful footwork to play off Cisse, and it'll be just Corey on the goal kick. I agree with you. Dynamo need to get on the board early. Put the pressure off of them to score again. Put themselves kind of in the driver's seat for the second half. Obviously, it was the second half in Kalamazoo that did not go their way, and saw 3 goals pour in. As here's Wilson. He's going to have a go from distance. That may have taken a deflection, and in fact, that's not even going to go out for a goal kick or a corner, whichever it was. It's going to be Kalamazoo's ball, but it's going to be right there near the flag stick, as Lou is once again called back. Trying to get some extra feet there on his throw-in.
Coach Grice is in that nervous position. I remember as a past coach and past player, you're up 1-0, and all it takes is a bad bounce, a bad pass, or
Just
a
one
bad
mistake.
call, or a bad call leading to a PK. So the pressure is on Dayton right now, but one thing I can see already is Dayton is not pressing forward and going, oh my gosh, we got to score now. They're going to take their chances, be smart with the ball, and so far Kalamazoo is just going by the same textbook play. Send it long, send it long, send it long, and so far in 49 minutes that has proven to not work at all.
And that'll be a foul there. Dynamo will get the free kick as it was, looked like Dwyer there, just kind of getting chucked to the ground. It's going to be Sam Smith that played it up. Now it's going to be played into the box. Looks like that's going off of Kalamazoo. I'm not sure, and it will. It's going to be a corner here.
Caught Kalamazoo napping, long ball, defender didn't really see. A Dayton Dynamo player behind him and went, uh-oh, here he is, couldn't play the ball out. Dayton's going to get the corner kick.
And that looked like that was actually Spencer McDonald, which means there was a substitution at the half. If I have my numbers correctly, that was a 3. So the only 3 I see would be Spencer McDonald for Kalamazoo. So possibly a substitution there as Cottrell now here on the corner kick, and that gets played out actually right back to Cottrell, who'll send it right back in a little far. Dynamo trying to keep reins of it, and they don't as it goes out of play.
Not sure why they didn't bring that ball down on that play, but weren't able to do so. Back to live action here in the 50th minute. Kalamazoo looking to make a run.
This falls to, it was Vanderboom originally, Hunter Vanderboom. And now Sarkoti sending it back up, and that definitely is number 23 out there, Spencer McDonald, Kalamazoo College product. Formerly a member of Kalamazoo College, playing for the head coach here of Kalamazoo FC, Lumumbu Shabazz.
And Shabazz likes, he knows his players, knows them well, they have experience, and their tactic so far has been throw in, quick pass, send it down long. And Dayton right now, a little tentative on their passes, but I think they will pick things up. And Coach Grice is definitely going to be making some combination changes here in the second half. We'll have substitutions down the road. But so far, both teams playing aggressive. Referee's going to call a foul here on Kalamazoo. High kick there, high step.
Yeah, Hunter Vanderboom there getting called for that. Western Michigan product. A lot of Western Michigan players, obviously, with that being the big school there in the Kalamazoo area. Another good MAC program as this ball is going to go up. Finding Schooneward, he got a little piece of it, but just goes to the keeper there. Is a nice little break there for Dynamo as they push men forward, and Diley got I would say the right ball.
It was the right ball, just a little bit out of his reach foot-wise, but you know what? I'll take that 5, 6, 7 times because he'll connect on at least one of those. So that's good opportunity, and obviously besides the logical fact of scoring, you're making the other team nervous making those runs. Dayton right now trying to go wide. Look like they're going to switch some fields.
Looking at Dwyer getting pressured off of it there, but Cottrell played it. It actually went off of Kalamazoo, so once again it'll be Kwame Sarkoti here on the near side, right in front of Coach Grice. As he played that right to Wilson, who sent it up to the two Cincinnati Bearcats there, having a little miscommunication as their tenures at the University of Cincinnati were nearly a decade apart. Lion Weber looking to send this into the box. He's just going to shoot it straight, and wow.
Nice shot.
Corey had to put himself in front of a missile there.
Good shot, right place, right pace. You want to put that on if it's either going to be right on the frame or take a bounce for the keeper. Corey had to go to his feet to get that one, but the seasoned veteran able to swallow it up and advances the ball forward for your Dayton Dynamo.
This falls to Mark Hansen. He's got Schooneward he's going to try to flick it up to. A little too much on that one, and Kalamazoo clears.
As the ball goes out, fans want to remind you, Premier Health is a proud partner with Dayton Dynamo. Good Samaritan Hospital North Emergency Center provides full-service 24-hour emergency care for people with minor severe injuries. For more information, you can contact them through their website, and they'll be there to help you out.
This ball's going to go all the way back here. It's pretty tough collision there with number 9, but it's still going here for Kalamazoo as it almost played beautifully to Cisse, who was there wide open for a chance and Play continues here as Sarkodie also went down. Cottrell now looking for somewhere to play this ball. He sends it out to Wilson. And Wilson dances around the German Lineweber. Now on the far side, it's Mike Diley there fighting through, and
referee says play on, beautiful ball
yeah,
in the corner.
He's letting a little bit go here. Is Dwyer now fighting for that ball, and another collision. This ball's going to go all the way down to Christian Johnson, Cincinnati State, Northern Kentucky product, and he just gets taken out. What are we going to see here? That's a yellow card, and finally things get evened up with the cards.
Hard aggression play from the Kalamazoo player, and you know what, on that play, Jeremy, you know what, I'm not going to fault him. I don't want to see a player get a yellow card as a coach, but he's being aggressive, going for the ball. If he was able to come up with the ball, was going to be able to make a good run on that ball, but spikes came up. Referee's got to make that call, and the players, of course, the referees want to keep the players in control as things transpire. 55th minute, Dayton's going to get another opportunity for a free kick in their defensive third. Referee settling everybody down.
Yeah, after the yellow card there to Amadou Cisse, who's been pretty much everywhere in this match so far. He's really asserted himself as this ball's going to go deep, trying to find Schoonevert. It goes off of the head of a Kalamazoo player, and he's just going to clear it out, but not too far.
Players going, where'd the
and
ball
Mark
go?
Hansigan lost the ball there as he
Nice.
spins around, and good ball by Schoonevert, but nobody home really to collect that right in front of the box. And now Sarkodie. Back to Sarkodie. Mitch Diley now going to try to get in on the action. He'll play to Sarkodie, up to Wilson. Little dummy play. Tried to leave it off for Mitch, but not enough, and Mitch was just not there on pace. And now a good run in, cut out by Sam Miller.
Sam Miller has played an excellent, excellent game at the defensive third. Right place, right time on many opportunities for Kalamazoo.
University of Cincinnati Bearcat again that's cut out at a beautiful play. Could have gone to Cisse there. He would have been onside and pretty much all alone with Corey. As now this ball is sent up and out of play by Sarkodie.
Fans, I want to remind you, Voss is creating higher standards in the Miami Valley in sales and service for over 40 years. The Voss Auto Network, built on trust, driven by integrity. Voss is a proud sponsor of the Dynamo. Visit any one of their 8 dealerships in person or online at vossauto.com.
Vanderboom now, and he gets taken out by Dwyer.
Thought he led with the
And that's
foot
going to be a
there.
card.
Referee will card him on this play. He's going to keep things under control. And we talked about this about 10 minutes ago, Jeremy. This is going to be that opportunity where both coaches are going to have to settle their troops down because things could get hairy very quickly. But Kalamazoo is going to get an opportunity, and as you know from past history from the Dynamo, once the Dynamo start getting into those set plays against them, opportunities, free kicks, dead balls, it becomes a mental game.
They survived plenty of it in the first half, but they don't want to repeat that and try to cheat death again here in the second.
You can only cheat it so much, and Kalamazoo is going to set up and send in a full arsenal of troops forward on this ball here in the 57th minute. And Kalamazoo looking for an equalizer momentarily.
Ref now talking. He's really getting into it there. This ref is trying to settle this game down as it has gotten out of control. As Lineweber sent it in, punched out by Corey. He really had to make a play on that one. And now Mitch Diley had to send it up to Cottrell. He almost got it lost in his foot. Then Cottrell almost did the same thing. Kwame. Back to Kristen Johnson.
Misplayed there.
Yeah,
Kalamazoo.
Vanderboom cuts it out, and now Cisse. Gonna play it up top. Handball there, not called. Shot in by Koloko, and it's right at Corey.
Interesting setup for that play when Cisse went to take his long shot / pass. It looked like he got clipped from behind. Referees to play on for the opportunity, and the Dayton Dynamo come away with nothing there and looking to advance the ball right now.
That's Wilson there that misplayed it. Saw up top there is a new option. It's number 9, Jay McIntosh. So another substitution that did happen probably at the half is Cottrell's going to get called here, and he's got to be careful. He's already been playing playing it close to the line there. Could have got a card there almost on just accumulation of too many fouls. Sam Miller clears this one out. Up to Mark Hansen. Blocked away. This one stays in play. Diley had to send it up.
And with the temperament rising, the temperature rising very fast, this is one of those opportunities. I remember from my playing days, my coach would tell us to send the ball to the next county and literally look at the entire team and say, settle.
Settle.
We can't be doing this. Dayton's going to be making some substitutions here next opportunity, 59th minute. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. But Dayton right now pushing forward. Kalamazoo just really has not been able in the second half here to advance the ball much at all, Jeremy.
Yeah, 2 substitutions coming up here for the Dynamo. It'll be Christian Montoya, number 11, Christian Mighton. So you might see both offensive substitutions. So obviously Dayton not satisfied with the 1 goal. As we'll see these substitutions now.
And Eric Kissinger will be probably coming in momentarily.
Yeah, he's also getting his stuff off as it's Mitch Diley coming out, Adam Wilson making his club debut, or at least NPSL debut. He comes out. So it's Montoya, Christian Montoya from Honduras. He is a forward, generally speaking. And then Christian Mighton, definitely a kind of a winger, wide player. As this ball gets picked off here by Kalamazoo, they're going to have an opportunity, but it's Mighton there to get in the way of it. And he sends it over to the other substitute, Montoya. And boy, that ball, if it would have gotten past, that Sarkodie ball was headed straight for a wide open Schooneverd. This ball goes out of play here. Throw in coming.
Montoya against Lansing in their first home match. Very, very quick on the ball, very much speed. And you're right, Jeremy. If it becomes a track race, especially here in the 60th minute, Christian Montoya will be off to the races for the Dynamo.
Montoya didn't play enough to really consider himself a regular fixture of the starting 11 last year for the Cincinnati Saints, but he didn't stop him from collecting 3 goals, including a brace against the now defunct Fort Pitt. Vanderboom sending that into the box. He's going to have an opportunity there. Now banged away there by Sam Miller at the last moment. This will be a corner, and well, that German was right there. Lineweber had himself an opportunity. He'll now have himself a corner. And that got dangerous in a hurry.
It gets dangerous really quick here. Dayton has been the victim of set plays. We have one coming right now.
And that one doesn't get past the first defender. Christian Montoya is going to try to chase this one. And he gets almost taken out there. Christian Johnson playing it up, and almost a little flick on there by Schooneverd to get it over to Montoya. We do have a player down, and it is not good news. Well, he's up now, but it was Lineweber. That was the second time that he has gone to ground.
Him and Mighton went for that 50-50 ball. He tried to undercut Mighton and actually got the worst of the wear. And Dynamo back in action here, both players up. Dayton now looking to make something happen.
Montoya kind of gets spun and taken down a little bit, trying to get to that ball. It'll go all the way back out to Sam Miller. We'll track this down. Now Dwyer. Dynamo looking to press forward here. It's going to go to Mighton, trying to flick it forward. Not sure who he thought was going to get there. Schooneverd was not on that path.
Offsides on the play. So Mighton, I think, had the opportunity there, and as soon as he got it, he was in an offsides position. Doesn't look by much on the pitch, but Kalamazoo going to be able to reset. 63rd minute, down 1-0 to your Dayton Dynamo.
Dynamo really kind of need to just settle this game down a little bit. It's been getting a little out of control for them. They kind of controlled the first opening minutes, and now it's kind of been a little wild here as Cottrell absolutely fighting with it. Now, a little bit of handbags here.
And there's a push right there, and the referee has to settle him down. Is going to have to card or do something to separate him.
I think Cottrell is probably going to get a yellow on this one, possibly, as Mighton there trying to play peacemaker. Just be a free kick, and, well, no card shown.
And this is one of those matches we will have a substitution for Kalamazoo. Number 4, Brock Fitzgerald, midfielder, will be coming in momentarily.
Fitzgerald, a Creighton product, coming into the match, and it's Lineweber coming out, and he's really been probably the highlight outside of Cisse of the attack for Kalamazoo. So we'll see how this changes things up. bringing in another midfielder. This ball's going to get played into the box, and it just goes a little too far. Harmless there, as Corey will just have an easy goal kick coming.
Fans will remind you, with locations across Southwest Ohio, Premier's Health Primary Care and After-Hour Care Network offers talented physicians providing family-centered care. To learn more, call 866-608-FIND or visit premierhealthnet.com. Coming into the match for your Dayton Dynamo will be number 13, Eric Kissinger.
And they got taken John Cottrell off, and Cottrell was kind of dancing with danger there. He's kind of getting into a few scraps, getting close to a couple yellow cards and some of those challenges, so probably best to sit him to the bench. You don't want to have to deal with any kind of red card situation.
And bringing in a veteran like Eric Kissinger, a player that has played the back line and midfield in his other pro stops, and is a very experienced player, head coach still in high school, as we have a shot from your Dayton Dynamo.
Mighton taking a cut there as it goes wide, and didn't really have the pace to challenge the keeper too much.
And back to my point with Kissinger, you bring in a player off the bench and have a veteran. There are many times when I've coached, I've looked at my bench, put in player A and gone, uh-oh.
Oh, not the right one.
Yeah, player A is not where I want to have in, but you have that seasoned veteran. That's one thing that Coach Grice is definitely starting to mold. We've seen it with the friendly, and even despite the loss in their last match with Kalamazoo, they're starting to get the cogs in the wheel and those pieces to fit very nicely.
Yeah, from an offensive standpoint, you think they're kind of where they need to be, have the combinations, or at least the options of combinations that work for them. Of course, we're seeing a slightly different setup here as Kissinger's going to let that go, get played to Corey, which I guess a Dynamo player might have touched it. Nope, he'll just go down and pick it up. So he just plays it off there to the left. Trying to get his guys to get upfield. Corey's going to send this one deep.
Dayton needs to start turning the wheels of momentum a little bit. Despite being up 1-0, the ball seems to be mostly in their defensive third. And Kalamazoo is a tough team. Coach Shabazz's team is going to keep on firing as we have kind of a melee for the ball right now. Where does it go out? Throw in for your Dynamo.
Yeah, Jay McIntosh fighting there with two Dynamo players, and it eventually is going to be Mike Diley with the throw in here. So he's going to try to find Schooneverd there. Kind of a big backboard to play off of there. Schooneverd fighting for that ball, continuing to fight. Kalamazoo come away with it. Now Schooneverd, and they're going to call that one.
Dangerous play, I'm assuming, tripping, not sure what the call is.
Yeah, it looks like he went down to some easy contact.
Kalamazoo, though, might be able to know how to play the referee well, as they have an advantage on fouls. And Kalamazoo is definitely going to be sending the ball long, as they do right now. Actually play it short, which is a good move. Bring the Dynamo out and now send the ball forward, looking to set it up.
Played it out to Brock there, who tried to get it for a second there, tried to leave it off, and Kwame Sarkodie getting in the way of it. Throw in here coming for Kalamazoo. 67th minute of play. Spencer McDonald here on the throw. So he's going to go deep into the box. Finds Kissinger instead, and Mighton's going to just hit this thing into the air. Probably wanted that thing to go a little more forward than it did up. And Hansen trying to get the call, but he was the one that headed out of play. And Cisse now with it as Kalamazoo look to get back going quickly. Almost cut out by Dwyer, but Cisse able to get around. Able to get around Sarkodie. Now all the way on the right side, he's eventually taken down. Dwyer, they're fighting with it. It's going to go out. Ref's coming in. He's really just trying to calm things down, as this has been a very physical second half, really a physical match altogether. Corey's just going to calmly collect this ball as he's got himself goal kick coming.
And as a coach, that's something that frustrates me about referees. Not here to knock the referee, but if my player's aggressive, I don't care if it's the opponent. That's good soccer and good play, and I'm not going to fault him for being aggressive. There was no push, no shove. Good aggression in soccer. Sometimes the referee just needs to let them play.
Ball sent up into midfield. Sarkodie chasing it for a moment, but he'll get the, well, now he's talking to the ref. He was wanting a foul out of there, claiming something about a shirt. Just going to have to take his throw in and deal with it. Dan Grice now up, arguing with the ref. He's not wanting this game to get physical either. He's still continuing to chat with the referee as McIntosh now has it. He's got Cisse ahead of him. That ball's going to go a little too far, but really died there on the turf. He probably could have continued on with that run.
Probably could have made that run. Corey Wisenhut, keeper for the Dynamo, in a good spot. And, you know, Coach Grice is still griping with the referee, and this is the point where you just got to let your players play, concentrate on what's going on in the field, and good things will happen for the Dynamo if they keep pressing forward and make sure that they keep themselves in front of the ball. And they've done an excellent job. Kalamazoo advancing the ball as I speak, but Dayton has held tight, but right now this is not what they can have happen.
Yeah, Jay McIntosh here on the far side. He's got Cisse and Vanderboom as it gets picked off his foot by Sam Miller, who sent it up to Mark Hansen. And that ball's going to go out of play.
Fans, want to remind you, DaytonDynamo.com is your home for news, stats, and awesome gear like what Jeremy and I are wearing. And you can go there, order your gear, and you'll look as good as us.
That's
hard.
Is that an endorsement?
Sure. I'll be signing autographs between midnight and 3 tonight.
Alex Vanderslice is warming up. I think he might be coming in. That'll be a substitution probably for either Hansen or Schoendeverd. Continuing the battle for that ball. Finally goes out of play, and it's going to be Dynamo's ball. Dynamo with a throw in here, far side. It's going to be Mike Diley taking it.
70th minute.
Be a great time for a second goal. Throw in into the box. Skipped off of Schoendeverd as he tried to play it up. Still fighting for it is Schoendeverd as he plays it off a Kalamazoo player. Looking to get the corner, but they're saying it didn't touch him. Couldn't see from that angle. Goal kick here. Kalamazoo looking to get it upfield. They got it a little under 20 minutes plus stoppage time to work with. As Dwyer heads that ball right to a purple shirt there, and flying in is Kissinger trying to steal the ball back. Misplayed pass. I think Sarkote thought that was going to go out of play, so he stopped his run. And now Spencer McDonald plays it off to Kokolo, who rolls it into, well, no one was really making that run, and now the ball goes out of play off a Dynamo player. We have a Dynamo player down. It's Dan Dwyer. He's getting up. Play resumes anyways.
Dayton back line a little confused, a little bit out of step, but Kalamazoo has not been able to press too far forward as they're going to make a run again. But Dayton needs to tighten it up here with about 20 minutes to go. Otherwise, Kalamazoo very well could get the equalizer.
Cisse now battling one-on-one with Sam Miller. They've had an entertaining match so far as Kissinger tried to play it over to Montoya, instead got Mighton's legs. Now it's at Montoya's feet as he battles with Vanderboom and eventually loses. Cut out there by Christian Johnson.
Beautiful.
He tries to get it up to Schoendeverd. He does, as he had to slide out for that one. And Schoendeverd looking for a chance to put this one in the net, and he does! There it is! Mike Schoendeverd, 2-0 Dynamo, 72nd minute, and that's the brace.
Beautiful play, and it almost looked like a PK. He could pick his poison there, put that ball down low to the right frame, right inside the goalpost. Beautiful goal, and Dayton does have the equalizer, but the catch now is Dayton to continue the composure, continue to build from this, because despite being up 2-0, you still have a good 18, 19 minutes to go. And it's hot out there, Jeremy. And this is the point.
Legs are going to get tired.
Legs are going to get tired. But Kalamazoo right now, first goal, oh my gosh, they're shocked. Second goal here, misplayed, and they knew they really lost an opportunity.
Well, and all the credit to Christian Johnson staying with that ball and laying out to make that pass happen.
Beautiful play, and you can see the composure of Kalamazoo a little frustrated, a little quicker in their steps. And Coach Shabazz has got to settle them down saying, guys, we still have plenty of opportunity. And Dayton needs to not look at the scoreboard at this point and just play as if it's 0-0. But we're very happy it's 2-0.
Kokolo playing it into Cisse. Cisse's going to have a chance to get it to McIntosh.
Nice.
Great ball there, but it's going to roll back, and McIntosh plays it out. This will be a corner. Corey Wisenhut laid out for that one, got a great hand to it. Looks just like you back in your days, right? Back in your keeper days, that's what I just saw right there.
That's me. That's my cat batting away a toy, maybe. That's about it. Ball served in.
McIntosh service in. Interesting that McIntosh was the one to take, as he's one of the taller guys out there for Kalamazoo. You would think you'd want him in the box, ready to receive a header, as Mike Diley plays this one out.
Dayton now pressing 9 players back on defense. That's good. That's great to have numbers back. But it's one of those opportunities where you cannot make this a pinball match in your defensive third, or bad things can happen. Ball being served in, case in point.
Played in here, Montoya. Vanderboom fighting for it.
That could very well, if it goes out, be they're not going to call corner. Wow, they deflect off Dayton. Dayton will take the referee, missed that one, 75th minute.
Equaling out, probably missed corners calls for both sides.
Fans, while we have a moment, I want to remind you, with locations across Southwest Ohio, Premier's Health Primary Care and After-Hour Care Network offers talented physicians providing family-centered care. To learn more, call 866-608-FIND or visit premierhealthnet.com.
Gonna have a substitution coming up here for Kalamazoo. Looks like it's our buddy Lou leaving the game.
We will miss Lou.
We'll miss Lou. It's number 10, Jose Garcia, coming into the game. Garcia with 2 goals on the season, and he had the 3rd goal for Kalamazoo last week.
And credit to Lou. He picked on him in the first half player for Kalamazoo. Played an excellent half. Very
really, yeah, really good.
Very good. Very solid player. He's got a very good future ahead of him. But at this point, as we reset the table, 76th minute, your Dayton Dynamo up 2-0. And Kalamazoo right now just is trying to unlock the treasure here and trying to see if they can get into the treasure chest, so to speak, for Dayton. And Dayton is playing very solid.
Cisse with the ball there. Kissinger taking it right off his feet, but he's got a battle on his hands to stay with it, and he doesn't, as now it's Kokolo. Cut out there, and Christian Johnson will have to play this out quickly. It was two purple shirts coming in on him as he was trying to get that onto his feet and out of play, and it'll be McIntosh here on the throw-in. He elects to just play it short. This is going to go up to Schooneverd. Now way over to Christian Montoya. Montoya just going to play this over to Sarkote. Sarkote just weaving through. He's got that ability to keep that ball if he needs to. This is going to go to Dan Dwyer. I think Sarkote still wanted it. This is going to be played to Mighton. If Mighton can get to it, he can't. That could have been off to the races for Mighton, as he had acres of space out there on the far side.
Lost sight of the assistant referee, thought he was in an offsides position. He was a good 5 yards onside.
Yeah, held up that run.
But as play resumes, we're in the 77th minute. Kalamazoo right now is trying to figure out what to do, looking to switch fields, and there's going to be nobody home. This ball should go out, as it does, for a Dayton Dynamo throw-in. And Kalamazoo has kind of lost their train of thought. First half play aggression, send the ball long. They've returned to that, but they're not making those 1-2 combinations that here in the NPSL you need to do to be very, very good on the field. Dayton playing very aggressive, playing very good. The Flying Dutchman having those 2 goals. And Dayton, I like to see they're just going to keep on firing and keep on pushing.
Yeah, now the question is, can they see this out? Is it Schooneward going to play this all the way out? That's Dwyer. Dwyer's going to try to cut in and have a go. He eventually does. He's taken down, but really nothing much to it as he just kind of goes to ground. Don't know if he just lost his footing or just looking for the contact.
But Dayton will regroup here at half field.
Mighton now. Things really starting to open up as you have Kalamazoo really kind of having to press themselves to get downfield and leaving a lot of space for the Dynamo.
And a great defensive play by Kissinger. Didn't leave his feet, just enough to get it in. And speaking of
great
just
ball
enough,
to Mighton.
Good ball to Mighton.
It's going to be a little too far. Oh, no, kept in by Dwyer. Or no, that's Diley, plays it in. This is going to almost go out for a corner, but instead it's going way into the seats over there. Throw in deep coming for the Dynamo as they're slowly moving upfield. They don't want to overcommit anybody, so you're only seeing a few people. And actually now going to get a curtain call here. Mike Schooneverd. And it's going to be Alex Vanderslice stepping in here. Head coach at Chaminade Julian. Local product. Played his college ball. at Wilmington and at Wright State.
And has some USL and PDL experience as well. Great player and a fresh body in here in the 79th minute. Is Dayton looking to send the ball long?
Sending it into the box there. Tipped in, and that'll just go out. Now another substitution coming here as both teams kind of clearing out their bench, and this is Kalamazoo now. I believe that's going to be Hunter Vanderboom making way for number 15, Sean Bloch.
Son Bloch, one of the midfielder substitutions for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo has not been able to find a solid midfield. Fresh bodies coming in the 60th and 70th minute. But as you can see, they are going to keep on firing. But
keep firing that deep ball. And here comes Cisse. He's just going to have a go. And that's spilled there a little bit by Corey. He hangs on to it as he had McIntosh breathing down his neck. That got dangerous there.
Nice shot by Cisse. Give him all the credit. Good ball. Even better save by Corey Wisenhut. He's going to send the ball down long here as we're just about to trek into the 80th minute. And both teams playing as if it's the last second of the game. Very impressive.
You got Montoya as he goes down there, and ref waving it off here. Could be a shot coming from Mitch, and that's just a little too much on that one.
Kalamazoo stopped, thought the referee was going to call a foul on them. Referee said play on. Mitch took an opportunity there, sent it up a little high, but good offensive play by him, and you can't fault him. You get that opportunity, you get a little bit of the frame, especially here in the 80th minute. Take those opportunities when they come to you.
Looks like Ed Willoughby is going to be entering here soon as he's grabbing himself a jersey. Kalamazoo, though, gets us back underway. McDonald. Now this is going to be punted forward. Coloco couldn't get to it as this will go all the way over. Now McIntosh. Picked off there. Eric Kissinger just playing a midfield role. Generally a defender here for the Dynamo, but he's really asserted himself in these moments that he's been in the game. As here's Cisse, though. Great ball played out, and that's going to go wide as, ooh, boy.
Good opportunity for Kalamazoo. Opened up his body when he went to kick. You know, from kicking, you got to have plant your foot, plant it correctly. He had too wide of a stance. Ball's going to sail right, and that's one of the ones that Kalamazoo definitely wants back.
Yeah, David Kokolo, Houston Dynamo U18 product from Cameroon. He really, that one's going to sit with him for a little bit there, as that was a really great opportunity created there by Cisse. And now Corey just taking his sweet time here as we're into the 82nd minute of play. It's going to be bombed upfield. Vanderslice was playing for it. He's thought he had a little too much contact given to him here as Kalamazoo continues, but they run that ball right out of play and right into one of the photographers as Kwame Sarkodie will have the throw in. He'll also not rush this one. Although it finds a purple shirt, Eric Kissinger running in there to try to get in the way of the thing. And Kalamazoo again, that's Sean Bloch. That's the second one that he has fumbled out of bounds. And Sarkodie again. Doesn't need to rush this one as he tries to get it to Vanderslice. He doesn't find it. Koloku gets it up to Cisse. McIntosh kind of running the wrong way as Christian Johnson will get to that, and this is going to be a throw-in for the Dynamo right next to the corner flag.
Fans will remind you our best will keep you at your best. Whether you're an avid athlete, weekend warrior, or just being active, you need experienced team at Premier Health Sports Medicine on your side. With locations throughout Southwest Ohio, Premier Health makes it easy to get the care you need to get you back into the game. To learn more and find a sports medicine specialist near you, call 866-608-FIND or visit premierhealth.com/sportsmed.
Mark Hansen stepping out of the game. It's a defensive move as Ed Willoughby is brought in to help close out this match. Sarkodie getting in the way of the ball there, so is Kissinger. The two veterans there fighting for things as they try to play it out.
And Dayton here in the 83rd minute, Jeremy, it looks like they're going to a lineup of get back when you can.
Yeah.
Nothing said at this point, but
McIntosh off the line, and that is
still in play.
Sam Miller there. It's still in play. Sam Miller throwing the body in front of it. He's had himself an absolutely fantastic night. So this is going to go to Corey, and that's going to go wide. A little dangerous moment there as McIntosh was able to get a piece of one.
Dayton Dynamo holding the fort tight on defense. And this is one of those times where you can send players back. You don't have to make the run, make the perfect run. And Kalamazoo could very well feed into their game plan. Dayton will rush back 7 to 8 players. Kalamazoo will send 7 or 8 forward. It's that chess match. But if Dayton can make the run, it could very well be a 2 or 3 on 1 or 2 or 3 on 2. And Dayton right now with Corey Wisenhut sending the ball a country mile, playing quite well and playing very tight defense. And I'm very impressed by that. And Coach Grice has got to be very, very happy.
About ready to be the 85th minute of play. The Dynamo continue to try to see this one out as Mighton gets it over to Sarkody. They continue to play it back to each other, and this could be played up for Vanderslice. Really didn't go to him. Now he's playing a little bit of pickle there with the 2 defenders, and finally it's cleared upfield there to Sarkody. Sarkody to Mighton. Mighton, good little turnaround there. And it's going to be Vanderslice off to the races. But a little too much there for him. Vanderslice, a Carroll High School product. One of the older guys on the team, but a guy who still brings a lot of talent and what this team that has a lot of young players need, a lot of knowledge.
A lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, and hey, what do I do in this situation? And speaking of situations, you're hearing about to go in the 86th minute as Kallazoo is making a run.
It's Cisse here on the ball, and he just played it out by himself. He tried to step over there, and it just rolled it out himself.
But that's a perfect point that you made just moments ago, Jeremy, is you have those seasoned veterans. They are going to be able to tell them, listen, don't get happy feet. Stand your ground. Let them make the mistake. And Cisse, who's played one heck of a match for Kalamazoo, made his own mistake. Dayton will take it. Goal kick, 86th minute.
Yeah, this is when you want those veterans on. Vanderslice, Miller, Sarkody, Kissinger, this veteran squad. Sam Miller, who's had an amazing night. If it wasn't for the fact that Schoonevert had the brace, I would say that might have been your man of the match.
I would agree wholeheartedly.
This ball's going to roll back. Keeper kind of had to wake up there for a moment. That was a little wider than he thought. And once again, Kalamazoo just going to send this one up. They just kind of need to get that ball down, get something going, as Dan Dwyer did a great job there to fight for it and win that ball. Ed Willoughby, who's in the past couple weeks fancied himself a bit of a midfielder. So he's running up on the ball. Vanderslice couldn't corral that one as the keeper sends it up. Mighton put the chest in front of that one. '87th minute of play. Kalamazoo sending it back upfield to Cisse. Christian Johnson battling with them. They've been battling all night long, the two of them. And Johnson looked like he played off of Cisse, and the linesman agrees. Quick little throw in there is Christian Johnson, who, not a big guy, but he has an absolute cannon for a leg, as he is punting that ball downfield all night. And that's just going to be kicked out of play there by the keeper, as he had Vanderslice right in his face.
And as we're getting near the 88th minute, Dayton is on what we know as the drawl of, or the walk of the slow. Going very slow to the ball, no hurry.
No hurry at all.
2-goal lead, can set the pace down, slow it down, and come away with their first home victory here if they continue to keep that pressure on and not give Kalamazoo those late game chances.
It's going to be played to Montoya. Montoya doing a good job shielding it, the ball with his body, playing it there, getting it back out to Dwyer. Sarkody to Dwyer. Not sure Vanderslice got himself back on side. Flag stays down, so I guess he did, as he continues to fight for it. Stays in play. Montoya's going to get to it and just send it across to the goal, and I'll give him credit. He sent the keeper to the ground. It's now Ed Willoughby.
Nice defensive play.
Beautiful job there to clean the ball off the foot of the Kalamazoo player, but Christian Mighton, they're not able to get in front of that one. That's just going to go out of play again. Kalamazoo just struggling to string together passes as they need to get this ball downfield here in the 89th minute of play.
Fans, will remind you one last time before our broadcast ends, for all your Dayton Dynamo news notes and team shop, visit their website, DaytonDynamo.com. Jeremy, while we got a moment, next match at home?
Next match at home will be next week, next Friday.
Ann Arbor, I believe.
Will be Knoxville first.
Knoxville.
That's going to be while it is an NPSL side, it is not a league match. So that's a friendly, just another opportunity to see your Dynamo in action. And then what you were getting to on Sunday. That is AFC in Ann Arbor, currently in the catbird seat of the Great Lakes West. They've really stormed into the NPSL with a lot to prove, and they've so far shown themselves quite well. Got themselves a draw in the opening of Keyworth for Detroit City. I mean, that's pretty big.
That's pretty big. Speaking of pretty big, we're about ready to go into the 90th minute, and Dayton is looking for their very first home match victory. And Coach Grice and the rest of the team, they've been working hard, Jeremy.
Yeah.
They definitely earned it.
Dwyer's been working hard too, and he just got checked down to the ground. So out of a free kick coming, and Dwyer's just going to, just make sure he's okay. Make sure he's okay and take care of himself.
My coach used to tell me late in the match, count toes, count fingers, count teeth. Some of us weren't good at counting, so it took a long time.
Now Sam Miller finally rifles this thing upfield. It gets onto the head of Vanderslice, but then just punted away by Kalamazoo. Kissinger gets it over to Mighton. Mighton, a very physical player, not too tall.
Onside.
And this is Vanderslice is onside. He's got Ed Willoughby actually running up with him, as he's probably just going to take this to the corner. As much as he probably wants to get a little bit of glory here, as Montoya has it now. He's going to try to cut into the box and have a say, and I don't know if they're going to call a corner. I think they will. Yeah, that did look like that ramped off the foot of the defender.
And he took a shot, and it would be interesting to watch the game film when he comes back. He had a streaking Eric Kissinger that had 25 yards to work with. He could have laid it out for a shot, but he got the two-goal lead. That's a good play there. That's an A.
Yeah, the corner's a win right there.
We'll take it right there, but Eric Kissinger would make it a run. So Dayton has those opportunities, playing aggressive as they need to be. And as we are now past 90 minutes, looking good for your Dayton Dynamo.
Yep, another corner coming. Waiting for the whistle here. Dan Grice is up. Corey Wisenhut upfield, waiting for that whistle as they continue to battle for it. Earning yet another corner. Really padding those stats as they just try to see this thing out. Willoughby, good little turnaround there. That ball's going to go out.
And that'd be a goal kick.
Yeah.
Now they're calling.
No, calling another corner. I originally thought that Vanderslice actually might have been offside when he originally played that ball off of Willoughby, but you got Sarkoty not even anywhere near the play on the near side. Probably not even cameras can't even see this, but he's just sitting there getting the fans up and going.
Now he's waving for a ball. He wants to send
yeah.
75 yards across the field. Probably not going to happen in the 90s.
He's just going to crush that thing. Another corner. Keep those tallies going over there.
Dayton trying to set a NPSL record for most corner kicks within a minute. I think we're up to 4.
And that's finally now Kalamazoo getting on the end of it. McIntosh, kind of wiped out there, and although I have a free kick, is Kissinger. I guess he didn't hear the whistle. He sent the ball out. So that's going to take a little bit of time off. Kalamazoo going to try to reset real quickly. We're not really sure how much time there is. We're at least a minute or so into stoppage time as this ball is going to go up. Corey's going to be the one able to play this. He actually had Cisse right in his face on that one.
Cisse in his face. Good aggression play by Kalamazoo. And as the referee's getting near midfield, and Corey's going to lay the ball out, looking at his watch, starting to look at his whistle. Yeah. Moments away from your Dayton Dynamo winning their first match of the season and first home victory in the reincarnated Dayton Dynamo history.
As they continue to battle for this might be ball kept into play. I was going to say we might have had a series of corners upcoming, but instead it's Montoya getting wrapped up there with Spence McDonald. Play continues though. As Cisse kind of dummies it to nobody. Sam Miller's there. He'll just keep going slowly here as it gets to the Kissinger, and Kissinger's going to set it up to Vanderslice. And by the way, Chris Montoya still down.
He was
so two guys about a mile offside there.
Referee will stop play momentarily. On the last play when he got tangled up, he was the one that went in cleats up and got the bad end of it. Good aggressive play, and as the ball's trickling down, the referee stop and play. And at this point, referee needs to call it.
Kill it off.
Needs to call it because obviously the game is over for all intents and purposes. But the referee let him play it out and play through, and he's looking at the players saying, all right, this is probably going to be final touch. So keeper for Kalamazoo will get a final touch, and your Dayton Dynamo are going to come away with their first victory here at Welcome Stadium, first victory of the season. And at this point, looks like next touch, referee's going to call it next long ball down.
So this is punted forward here. Don't hear the whistle yet. Some of the fans giving their own whistles. Those generally don't count. This play continues. Whistle is in the mouth. Just waiting for it as Cisse battling with the ball. I guess they're going to let Kalamazoo try to play this in one last time. This is Sarkody and Dwyer fighting for it to get it out. Montoya just needs to send this ball up. And there it goes into the air. Still waiting. Kissinger now bowling over Kalamazoo player, and Vanderslice now just trying to get this ball up. And there it is! Your Dayton Dynamo win this one 2-0, finally getting themselves in the win column. A giant exhale has just been heard from Welcome Stadium.
Dayton came out playing, firing hard. We talked about at the top of the match that they needed to be aggressive in their play. They did an excellent job. Beautiful first goal on a header. Second goal, nice opportunity, put it in the back of the net, and it's something definitely great for Dayton to build on. A little revenge from their prior match, losing to Kalamazoo. They're going to regroup, have a friendly on Friday, and then they're going to be back in action, in league action with Ann Arbor next Sunday.
Against the big boys.
It's going to be a big week for your Dayton Dynamo.
Well, that'll do it for us. Pete Zeeler, Jeremy Lance, our staff here at Dayton Public Schools, helping us out with the broadcast. Your final, once again, it was a brace by the Dutchman, Mike Schoendewerd. Dynamo win this one over Kalamazoo FC, 2-0. Good night, everybody.
U.S. men's national team takes on Columbia.